Kevin, he's 17 years old. I almost gave up on everything. I don't know when it started. I just know I'm not the same person anymore. I used to laugh a lot. I used to actually enjoy things. I had friends, or at least I thought I did. I felt normal. Now I just feel off. Like I don't belong anywhere. It started small. People stopped texting me first. Then they stopped texting me at all. I would see them hang out without me posting it like everything was perfect. I would just sit there staring at my phone thinking, what did I do wrong? I try to act like it didn't bother me, but it did. A lot. At home, it's not any better. My parents are always arguing. It's loud. It's constant. Sometimes I just sit there in my room and I put my headphones on, but I can still hear everything. No one ever comes in and asks if I'm okay, so I stopped expecting anyone to. At school, I barely talk to anyone anymore. People probably think I'm weird or quiet or lazy. They don't know I'm just tired. Tired of thinking all the time. Tired of feeling like I don't matter to anyone. I started questioning everything about myself. Maybe I'm just not interesting. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm just someone people forget about. Every night I lay in bed staring at the ceiling. My mind just keeps going. I replay everything awkward, every awkward moment, every time I felt left out. It never stops. I try to fix myself. I told myself I'd go to the gym again. I'd focus in school. I'd talk more. But I don't have that energy anymore. Every single, every simple things feel hard. One night I was just sitting in my bed scrolling through my phone. Everyone looked happy. Everyone had people. Everyone had a life. And I just felt empty. Not sad, not angry, just nothing. And that scared me more than anything because it made me think if I disappeared, would anything even change? Now, Kevin, this is my advice to you. You are 17 years old, so you still have time. Your life barely started. But do you have to remember that the reason you feel nothing right now is because you have nothing? The reason why you feel like your life doesn't matter or anything right now is because you don't have a purpose right now. You don't have a reason to do anything. You're kind of just going to school, just living life basically right now. My advice to you is the way you're feeling right now is completely normal. A lot of people feel like this now. All because you feel like this doesn't mean it's true. All because your brain has these thoughts does not mean that it's true. And you can always fix it. There's always a solution. It doesn't have to stay this way. It doesn't have to be this way. What you have to do is start taking accountability for yourself and start to take things more serious. I know you say you don't have energy like that no more, which I understand. If you tried a lot over and over again and you keep failing and people, are doing their thing, it's going to be hard to keep going. But what I'm going to say is you might be in a rabbit hole right now, but you can get out of it. And you can't stay here. You can't stay in this feeling of a zone you're in right now. You're in this zone where you're getting all these feelings and thoughts and everything, and you can break out of this zone and feelings. You have to start taking wins slowly. Start taking things serious again slowly. My advice is start focusing on school again. You also got to remember when you have a lot of free time, all these thoughts in your brain start to become more real and start to become more loud. When you're busy, when you're focusing on things, these thoughts don't appear like that. But usually when you're sitting in your room alone, these type of thoughts these type of thoughts tend to pop up in your head, and it's for a reason. So that's why you have to make sure that you are continuing to work on something. That's a straight up advice. I'm being honest with you, because if you don't focus on these things now, you're going to be focused in your mind and you're just going to keep thinking of the same things over and over again, and it's going to keep getting worse. Start focusing on school. Have goals for yourself. Make it a competition. Try to get all A's. That is your competition. That is your goal. You don't have to start doing everything at once. You don't have to start going to the gym. You don't have to start looking for friends, everything. Let the friends be. Let the people be. The people will always be there. Understand and love this moment. love yourself. Start to love yourself. Start to love the feeling that you don't need anyone. Start to love the feeling that you're gonna be happy with no one there. You know what I'm trying to say is embrace this feeling, because eventually you will have friends, you will have that group of circle, you will have the people in your life. But even when you have those people in your life, if you're not happy with just being alone, it's gonna suck. You have to start focusing back in school. Try to get all A's. Try to get as many A's as possible. It's a competition. And then slowly you can start going to the gym, start taking life more serious, you know. I'm reading all this right now, and I know a lot of people that have been through this before. There's people in your life that used to be a friend and they stop talking to you, or you stop talking to them. Things, you guys don't hang out, you guys don't talk. But guess what? The reality is that this is going to happen over and over and over again, and you have to start loving yourself more, because if you don't love yourself, if you don't start to love yourself, you're going to be trapped in this big rabbit circle. I understand the parents thing. The parents thing can be very annoying, especially when it comes to them always arguing and everything. It definitely can be a very annoying thing. But just, I want you to start thinking of the future. I want you to start thinking, if you start taking everything more serious right now, how will your future look? If you start taking your school more serious, if you start taking your health more serious, in the next 1 to 2 years, maybe you can be in the college you want to be in. You can be built like how you always wanted to be built. You can maybe go move out and live on campus, finding a job, you know, getting internships, anything. Start imagining what your life could be if you started to try, because I feel like that's the only way people can really start getting real motivation from inside them, not some random ass video motivation, is when they start seeing the future and they realize, oh shit, I can actually do this and I can actually get this. You know, you can get into the school you want, you can go move out over there, you can get rid of the people that are negative around you right now. You can go find a new group of people, because I promise you, you're always going to find people. And over the time, I want you to stop feeling bad about yourself. Start lifting up your head. Just overall, you're not that little soft boy anymore. You know, you're gonna start working out. Things are gonna come your way. You're gonna go through a lot of shit, and now it's your job to put your head up. No matter how many times you get shot down, no matter how many times you get your ass beat down, you have to get up. Because if you don't get up, you're going to fail. That's the only option. You know, you say every night you stare in your bed looking at the ceiling, and my mind just keeps going. Which, once again, like, I understand. If you're just, if you're not working towards anything right now, then the only thoughts in your head are going to be these thoughts. So we're going to try to get rid of these thoughts by staying busy, by accomplishing things. Because when you accomplish things, you start thinking of those things. You don't start thinking of awkward moments when you start winning. You start thinking of the winning moments. And then when you start thinking of the winning moments, you start to think, how do I win even more? You know, and you said that you don't feel sad, you don't feel angry, you just feel nothing. If anything, be happy about that. Because there's people out there who are going through this, but they want to kill themselves. And overall, they're just angry about everyone and everything. They're blaming everyone. So the good thing I see over here is you're not blaming anyone, which is the best thing ever. You're just realizing. You're realizing yourself. Everything you said right here is not a bad thing. You're just realizing how you're feeling and what you're going through. Everything right here that you said does not make you weird, does not do it. It just, you're normal. You're fine. You're fine. You have to just keep going, man. And I do appreciate you sharing the Google Docs, sharing your story. There's a lot of people out there who are going through the same thing. And I really hope that these type of videos can start to change people's life, because it gives you a sense of comfort that other people are going through the same thing. And if we all can come together and help each other out, everyone can start living better lives.